I have applied sunscreen because at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. on the dot, we're going to start talking about why we're not starting the parade on time, live on the DragonConTV Hotel Network. And later on, if you missed this, which means you didn't hear this message, you'll actually be able to watch it on YouTube. That's youtube.com/DragonConTV.
Nice plug.
Thank you very much.
So I understand people have been lining up for this at about 2014?
Yeah, pretty much. Once they reserved their hotel for the con, they brought out a chair.
Yeah, I think I see tents out here somewhere.
Welcome to Burning Man. No.
No burning, no burning.
No fire. We are not cleared for fire.
And you were pointing out that the parade route is long, correct?
Yes, the parade route's longer this year. So if you haven't lined up for the parade yet, there's plenty more space on down Peachtree Street.
Yeah, or you could just watch it for the comfort of your own hotel room.
You could
that would actually be kind of nice.
Stretch back, have a relaxing beverage,
yeah.
Watch the parade without
actually, if you
braving
want
the sun.
in your
See
room,
his face for another hour.
Yes.
If you want in your room, just get a lawn chair and sit it in front of the bed, and then it's like being there on the street. And then have your friends sit in front of you, and it's exactly like being on the street.
But without the sun.
But you can get one of the lamps, like a desk lamp, and like point it at your face.
That would be kind of awesome. So in a few minutes, we're going to go through all the schedule changes featured in today's Daily Dragon.
Oh, I
That's dailydragon.dragoncon.org. Today's color is green.
Vulcan blood.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to qualify this color. Otherwise, some sort of shade of green.
Mint.
We'll go with mint. That's classy. And now I want a mojito, but it's too early for that.
I had a few of those last night.
Yeah, I was going to ask what we did last night, but apparently.
God.
But you got some citrus, so vitamin C.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
it's good.
Help keep the cold away. Yeah, my voice is still squeaking a little bit.
Yeah. Stephen, what'd you get up to last night that we can talk about at 9 o'clock in the morning?
I can talk about the Everybody Poops panel, which was excellent.
Yeah, I went to that. It was awesome.
Educational.
Very educational. Wombats poop squares.
Wombats poop squares,
yes.
And we discovered that paleontologists lick things to discover fossil or rock, which is like the worst game show ever.
Here, lick this rock. What?
It's like, oh, it's stuck to my tongue. That's a fossil. I am not making this up.
Wombatspoopsquares.tumblr.com. Does that exist? If so,
now.
don't tell us.
Yeah,
don't.
I don't want to know.
What I got up to last night is I was at the Friday night costume contest.
How did that go, Brian?
It actually went really well. It went so well, in fact, that I took Mauricio with our video segment production team with me, and we actually went backstage during the show and talked to some of the contestants and actually got an interview with the Best in Show winner.
Excellent.
So hopefully, can we roll that beautiful bean footage? Yeah, that'll be coming up in just a few moments, and then we'll get back to talking about our lovely parade here out in the outdoors. Watch this while we sweat. Hi, this is Brian with DragonConTV. We're at DragonCon 2015 backstage at the Friday Night Costume Contest. We're talking to some of the wonderful costume participants that are showing up at our event. I've got Matthew with me. Hello.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
No problem. And you got a War Machine costume here. Tell me about some of the construction of this.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of EVA foam and a lot of cardboard and love and attention and a lot of prayers got me through it. But like I said, it got all through it, some of the electrics. But eventually it came together to make it good enough to actually come up here and show you guys.
So aside from DragonCon, is there any place else you wear your costume?
Yeah, I go to Children's Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama, Ronald McDonald House and other places. Like I said, I started volunteering and I went to one of their Halloween events and that ended up rolling into something else and actually ended up making costumes for them.
That is really cool to hear, Matthew. Well, did you have fun out on stage tonight?
I had a blast. Everybody here at DragonCon is super wonderful. They're super supportive. I couldn't think of a better crowd to try to do this for.
All right. We ran into some people who dressed for the Atlanta Heat for the Friday Night Costume Contest. Not 300. We just picked 3 of them. Can't interview the whole group. But actually, no, this group is amazing. So introduce yourselves, please.
Thanks very much. I'm Valerie McKenzie. And this is costumes from the second movie, actually, 300 Rise of an Empire.
Yes.
And I'm Artemisia, the admiral on the seas to the King Xerxes. So I'm fighting Themistocles, and the three of us work together to reproduce the costumes from that movie.
Yeah, we are a group of purposeful pretenders. We all contribute to the design and creation of our costumes. Val does a lot of the seamstress work, and Grant and I do leather work. Val does leather as well. Grant does a lot of the construction with Comtex and foam and those kind of things, so it's kind of a group effort.
And
in our
Russ
costumes.
does all the detailing with the beading,
Yeah.
and both the guys do the chain. There's chain weaving involved in this costume. And we all have a hand at the leather work and some of the detail pieces in the foam.
Thanks for coming, and thanks for talking to us about your wonderful costumes. All right, we've done it. We have crowned. Okay, we gave a plaque to the Best in Show at the 2015 Friday Night Costume Contest. I'm backstage with Shannon Derrick, Best in Show and Best Journeyman. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, congratulations. Tell me about this lovely costume. I have no idea what you did, but it looks fantastic.
My character is Amira. It's from A Bride's Story. That's
Okay.
a Japanese manga. She's a Central Asian country girl from the 19th century with a heart of gold.
Nice. And what I love about this, you can hear this when wherever we point the mic at her, is all this jingle here. Is this actually part, in essence, of the character?
Yes, that's correct. These are vintage Turkoman pieces that I sourced, and these are region appropriate coins.
And what region is this set in?
That's Central Asia, so it draws a lot of inspiration from Uzbekistan.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching, and enjoy the rest of DragonCon. All right. Thanks, me from the past, and
That's-
now me from the present. We'll talk about our future.
Yes, if you're done, you can start.
If I'm done, I can start. That's thank you for telling me that,
You're
Stephen.
welcome.
I didn't remind myself to tell me that. All right, so now is the time in the show where we talk about all the things that have changed since we published the schedule. It is the daily reading of the schedule changes.
The running of the schedule.
All right, who's on
Okay,
first?
I'm back. Me, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. There's been a few additions because apparently we don't have enough programming at DragonCon.
10 pounds of con in a 5-pound sack.
You can't kill him till Monday. Can't kill him till Monday.
What time?
That's we don't know. We haven't got the Daily Dragon
That's
for Monday
right.
yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So additions. An hour with Matt Fraction has been added to the comics track. That'll be today at 4 p.m. in Hanover F.
Excellent. Wes Craven, A Tribute is happening tonight at 10 p.m. in Peachtree 1-2 in the Westin, a memorial panel for the late director, best known for Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream.
Nice. New panel. Tim Farley will be added to the Hacking 101 panel. That is Saturday, 7 p.m. in A601, 602 in the Marriott. A means atrium level, but not the atrium ballroom. It's at the back of the area, so opposite side of the bar.
I feel like we could give directions, sort of like, it's, where the blood drive used to be, and then keep going and turn right at the tree that died a bunch of years ago.
Something like
That's
that. All right, what's up next?
Parties.
Parties!
Excellent.
Parties.
Like
Oh,
right
it's
now?
okay. It's too early for that. Here, no.
No, that is not allowed.
Tell us of the jovial festivities.
Okay, there's a furry meet and greet in the Marriott on Saturday.
All right. The Spectrum Party for GLBTQ Geeks and Allies. Costuming Track welcomes the LGBTQ. Apparently the order doesn't matter. And straight allies to a party just for you. DJ Neon will be DJ Neon the Glow Bear. Sorry, I have to use his full attribution. Spins beats while you go girls, boys, and dance for you. That's spelled like it would have been on Tumblr. A mature audience is only Saturday, 10 p.m. and it doesn't say where the room is.
It's just in the whole Marriott. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it a roving
So
party?
look at this is an excuse for you to go look at the Daily Dragon if that
Yes.
interested you and read the rest of that.
And speaking of immature audiences, we're going to have Scientists versus Movies tonight at 10 p.m. in the Crystal Ballroom of Hilton.
Nice.
We're going to show clips of science from movies like Lucy, and the scientists are going to have to explain why it is absolutely correct.
So that'll be a
Yes,
really
Lucy,
short panel.
Totally
No,
accurate movie.
they have to make up why it is correct. It's pseudoscience.
It's kind of
The
like
panel.
science, but it's in the movies.
Yes.
Lots of explosions, lots of explosions. All right, so that is our only a scratching the surface of our schedule changes here at
There's
DragonCon.
still a lot on here.
Because if we read this whole thing, you wouldn't go visit dailydragon.dragoncon.org.
Or look in the app.
Or look in the app. The app, have you been using the app during the con?
No.
Okay. we
have, because I can pull it out and be like, oh, that's where I'm supposed to be.
Yes.
Excuse me, it's time for me to run.
The app does have a neat feature on it, though, where you can rate panels that you've been
Oh,
to.
yes.
And
Yes.
programming looks at that and decides what they're going to do next year.
Yeah, they really do, actually. We're not asking for, like, trolling comments. They actually will take suggestions about room wasn't big enough, something happened, guest didn't show up, not what I thought it was going to be, explanation was incorrect, awesome panel, please do again, that sort of thing.
Yes.
We even read it for our show, and we've gotten some good suggestions, like enunciation, that we've incorporated into the program.
Yes. So please, rate stuff on the app. Let us know what is good, what is bad, what you like, what you do not like.
Mhm.
Because we do read it. We do try to incorporate that feedback in the things that we do. Believe it or not.
Yay. All right, so we're still watching people line up. Do we have a shot of the people lining up for the parade? Can that happen? It's potential that it could happen.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
And it's
Behold
only,
our streets.
It's only about, what, like 9:12? 9:13. And that's a pretty good crowd. Parade starts at 10 o'clock. Now, if you are in your room and you're like, you know what, I want to watch the parade, but without the headset commentary, although we have some wonderful matching shirts for this year, and you still feel like you can make it down, you can line up towards North Avenue. It extends farther up the street, about, 0.2 miles than last year?
Yeah.
Up towards North Avenue MARTA. And if your friends are coming down and going, hey, I can't find any space in front of the hotel, please direct them over to the North Avenue train station on MARTA line.
Excellent.
And that should be a good vantage point to watch everybody sort of corral and get ready for this wonderful live event.
So I understand we also have an event tonight, a big thing that is
Yes, so the aquarium.
happening. The aquarium.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Fishes.
the aquarium. Age of Aquarium.
No.
Okay.
It's like
I'm
I
a-
saw him driving that way and he kept going.
I'm a drummer. I got one note.
It's just
That's
like,
it. I love that note.
no.
I use it all the time. All right. So the aquarium tonight, there's a event called The Chosen, and it's got a weird kind of pointy thing over one of the O's. So it's not an umlaut. It's the little carroty thing. I took 3 years of French.
I
French
believe
1,
that's the
French 2,
letter
and
hat.
French 2. So I don't know.
The letter hat.
The letter
Letter hat. So if you have tickets for the aquarium tonight, you're going to be seeing a full production cosplay runway show called The Chosen. They're going to take the 20 best judged on-site cosplays, and they're going to put them onto a stage and do a big thing. Yaya Han is going to be one of the co-hosts of that. She's been
Excellent.
on Here's a Cosplay. She's a fairly well-known cosplayer. You probably, if you look at any kind of cosplay, you know who we're talking about. So we're going to do that. I believe that's an 8:30 start at the aquarium. Get there early. The aquarium is a great event that DragonCon does every year. It is a separately ticketed event. If you don't have your tickets already, I'm not sure if they're sold out, but you can check the DragonCon.org website. The winner of that contest is getting free admission to next year's con, and they're getting a hotel room paid for.
Do they also get like a shark to take home?
No.
Oh.
No.
A left shark.
Left shark. You
Oh,
get
It-
a left
it's,
shark.
It's the leftover shark. It's been in Lost and Found.
And you get a left shark. And you get a left shark. Left sharks for everyone.
Allie only brings this really to be
Yeah,
like, I'm not
just
here
no,
right now.
no.
Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here. All right. So that event's interesting. Now, that means that the Centennial Ballroom tonight, you would think, oh, DragonCon moved their normal costume contest on Saturday over to the aquarium. There obviously is nothing going on in the Centennial Ballroom.
Okay.
You would be incorrect. Georgia Philharmonic Orchestra is coming in and playing in the Centennial
Oh,
Ballroom.
to
that's
have
all.
music.
That's all, right?
Yeah. And that I don't think we've ever had an orchestra play at the convention. So it's a unique challenge for our technical crew, who's right now going, the stage isn't big enough for all of the violins. So come and laugh at the flutists. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, old man joke. You guys are amazing.
I like how you're going to get hate mail now from
Hate mail
flautists
from
who are like,
flautist.
flautist hate mail.
That's going right into the app. Rachel Reeves has been like, why do flute players hate you all of a sudden? This showed up all with no stars.
This is the point where producer Allie is like, what have you done to
The
my
show has gone
I
away.
know, it's
Show
just,
has gone
I'm
away.
just watching it run off
down
into
the
distance.
street. Okay, so we still got about 15 minutes to talk about con. What are we doing tonight that isn't a big ticket item? I mean, you're obviously doing you're
Scientists
making,
versus movies.
You're torturing
because-
scientists
yes.
with entertainment.
I'm probably going to go to that because I think they're talking about Jupiter ascending.
Yes, we are.
And space dogs and future
Space
roller
dog.
skates.
That's Space Puppy, please.
Space puppy.
It was so sad
Space
when he
puppy
was.
Channing Tatum. He's so cute.
It was very sad when she left him out in the space rain, and it's like, bye. He got put outside.
It's like, I don't think this is how vacuums work.
Yeah, well,
I'm just now thinking of like a Jupiter Ascending Pound Puppies crossover.
Again, Brian just writes all the fanfic
Space
for us. That's what he
puppies,
does. What's your
space
AO3
puppies.
account?
Non-existent. I don't have to do it. I'm outsourcing it just by saying this here.
wait, are you trying to like invoke this and make that happen?
I am a internet rule enabler apparently. Rule 34. Where are you? All right.
And we're done.
And we're done.
Yes.
Actually, the afternoon I'm going to find really interesting because I've got a little bit of downtime between doing this and going over to the aquarium tonight for that show. What I'm really interested in doing is actually just walking around the convention and seeing the daytime cosplay.
Yes.
Because everybody, I mean, like the Marriott, especially the Atrium area, is sort of the cosplay destination now. And at night, that's a great place. It's very crowded. Don't stop and take pictures, because of the crowd issues. But it's not like people just wait till 8 p.m. for the cosplay to come out. They're doing this stuff all day long. And the costume quality here is pretty much consistent, I think, even 24 hours. Even, sort of the overnight, like people stumbling back, still have excellent costumes.
I saw someone in a screen-accurate Nolan Batman costume at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
It's
that's
commitment.
yeah.
I am the mid-morning.
That is overachieving.
And I'm not sure if he'd gotten up and put that on.
Is
for
he coming
7
back
a.m.
from
or
work?
If he was,
Right.
Yeah.
He was just getting off shift.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Marta was running late.
Yes. Have either of you managed to make it to the dealer's room yet?
I have
Or
not.
The
yet.
dealer's mart, because
It's like a mini mall.
It's really great. It's really well laid out.
Mhm.
Nice signage, nice flow, all kinds of cool things.
So we don't have that like impossible map from last year that the fans generated.
Yes,
that
is correct.
It's like the thing you want, and it was an area where no roads went to.
Yes.
That is actually an area we took a lot of feedback from last year. So America's Mart
Yes.
is still hosting that.
Yes.
Have
They
you
moved it down a little bit.
Okay.
It's possible a lot of my money evaporated and turned into things like I now have an Ein puppy from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, so adorable. Or did
Is that
you?
what that little corgi thing
That is,
was?
yes,
Yeah.
that is Ein.
Did you use the magic tunnel between the West and the America's Mart?
Wait, there's a magic tunnel? Tell me about
I've heard tell that at one of the various levels of the Westin, and I don't remember which one, that there is a Habitrail type device to go from the Westin into the America's Mart. So you should actually check DragonCon.org for the map, or the app actually has dealer's room information and hours of operation.
At this point, I just sort of get in a crowd and let it carry me places, and I see where I show up. I'm like, oh, yes, I wanted to go here.
Ooh, DVDs. I remember those.
Yes. Speaking of Habitrails, by the way, a slight pro tip, since the Habitrails became kind of congested.
Yeah, the
Yesterday.
cholesterol of the convention now collects in our tubes.
Yes. Remember, there is an outside. That is an option. You can actually walk up and down the street.
Sometimes it's quicker to take
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah, I actually did not. I'm going back to the Hilton to my room. I'm not taking the tubes anymore. I'm just going street side, and it is a little bit of a downhill. But once you get into the Hilton, I mean, when you're inside the hotel, you think it's gonna be faster because you don't go outdoors, but you have to descend the level and then go over. It's like a backwards platformer where you start
Right.
at the top and work your way down. So I guess it's like Dante's Inferno, light, like the phone version.
That's it's too early for
Which
literary
cir- which
illusions.
circle
I'm
are
sorry.
we?
I don't know which one's managerial level.
I should know this. I
Right.
have the literature.
We're in the
degree.
complaints
Yeah.
department. What level is that? It's too hot in
Here's
here.
your chance to use your English degree on camera.
I've never read Dante.
This, badenglishmajorconfessions.tumblr.com.
Never read Dante's Inferno. Read the comic.
So, other
Actually,
yes,
Well, yeah. Turns out.
I played the video game where he shoots like the cross out of his chest. It's like, this is definitely book accurate.
is this an actual thing?
This is an actual thing.
It's
This is a video
amazing.
game from about 5 years ago where he descends and fights people by shooting crosses out of his chest.
It's basically somebody, probably an angry computer science major who switched into English the last 2 years and like got out and was like, well, I'm just going to use all of this together and sort of hate write a game.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So, other convention tips, having survived one day so far?
Oh my God, eat breakfast.
Oh my
which
God.
Oh, yes.
I did not do this morning.
Hey, I had coffee. Coffee is like breakfast.
Coffee is breakfast. It's,
Yes.
a
Yeah.
plant-based product.
It's a vegetable. What I actually recommend doing is before you take that first morning coffee, hydrate. because
Oh.
most of the time you will, and I know this sounds silly, you will wake up a little bit faster in the morning with a good 8 to 16 ounces of water than you will with that first bit of coffee. Then drink all the coffee because it's totally going to be necessary. But actually, I've been finding during this convention, I actually don't hit caffeine until I'm about 2 or 3 hours into my workday. Like, I actually didn't have any caffeine until right before we went on air. A little scary, isn't it?
This is sort of his
How
natural
do you
level.
do that?
16 ounces of water first. It actually, gets everything going. It's sort of like clearing out that habit trail tube before you send all the people down there with the equipment carts. Habit trail tube.
We're about to circle back to the Everyone Group channel here.
Yay! We tied the joke together.
Nice tag.
Nice tag. I'm also, actually, I'm really looking forward to some stuff tomorrow, but we'll talk about that. It's all puppet-based. There's some really cool puppeteering stuff happening on Sunday, and we'll save that for the show.
Is there more Sesame Street stuff happening?
There's Muppet stuff happening on Sunday. There's a big Muppets panel in the atrium and another one earlier in the day, I think 2:30 in the International in the Marriott.
Nice.
Or Imperial in the Marriott, I'm sorry. And those are, I think the voice of Kermit is coming to the one in the atrium. That should be fun. Speaking of tomorrow, do we have anything fun happening on the show tomorrow?
We have Matt Fraction on the show tomorrow.
Oh,
actually.
he's very tall.
He's very tall and very entertaining, so definitely tune in for that.
Yeah.
And who is Matt Fraction? Tell us, Allie.
Matt Fraction is a comic book writer, formerly with Marvel, writing Hawkeye,
Yes.
and which we're all a big fan of here, and currently writing stuff like Casanova and Sex Criminals,
Nice.
which we may or may not be talking about tomorrow.
He's they're doing their own independent publishing now, right?
Yes, him and Kelly Sue DeConnick are running their own business, producing creator-owned comics now.
Excellent.
That is fun. And Kelly Sue DeConnick, she was doing Captain Marvel previously?
She was.
Yeah.
She's now finished Captain Marvel.
Mhm.
I actually got to host her goodbye Carol Core panel
Aw.
last night. It was very emotional.
Aw.
So you crammed
but
all the Carol Core fans into the...
yeah,
That's turned out to be a huge event at the convention.
it has. Because last year we had a tiny room and 300 people showed up and gave the fire marshal a fit.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So we got a bigger room this year, and it was awesome.
Cool.
I've got to imagine that, they're having to draw straws as to which of the fire marshals are going to go I got DragonCon again.
I'll Rochambeau you for it.
Right.
All right, let's take a look at how things are lining up on the parade route. We've gotten a few more people out there. And I believe, and FedEx is not actually delivering the parade.
No, I assume that's the start of the
fans bring that.
parade. People are going to start popping out. All the Deadpools will come piling out of the FedEx truck. They shipped themselves to the parade, and here they are.
And they probably ship themselves.
They definitely ship themselves.
That is a thing that happens.
Tumblr.com, yes.
Speaking of which, I saw one of the greatest random cosplay moments, and we should actually talk about this to close out because since we're going to be spending a lot of time on costumes this morning, I want to talk about coolest costumes you've seen so far. And this is my mashup event. There is a guy dressed as Hodor. He's pulling a garden cart behind him that he is dressed up with the Iron Throne. I don't think it's actually iron. It's probably AV foam or whatever that everybody makes everything out of now.
Because it's awesome.
Because it's
Yes.
awesome. And in it is one of the gray Deadpools lounging in the I'm a pimp pose, and all of the other red Deadpools are behind him taking pictures on their cell phones. It was sort of like a higher class gathering of the Juggalos, but with Hodor.
That's not a high bar to get over.
No, it's a high bar to limbo under. And I was the one who actually basically had to tell them that they were blocking the doorway. And so I was basically like, Chimichangas, and what? I'm like, all right, now that I have your attention, if you guys could just move out of the walkway, please, because they were blocking the tunnel. So coolest, interesting cosplay you've seen?
I've seen a lot of really awesome Furiosa costumes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so much
Mad
Furiosa.
Max, and all of them look great.
Yeah.
So much just awesome construction on the arms.
Mhm.
I saw
Steven?
several people who were dressed up as characters from the comic book saga, including a Prince robot
Oh,
with a
you're
giant
kidding.
TV on his
Yes.
head.
Did he do the actual CRT?
Yes.
Does he get
An actual
DragonConTV?
CRT.
I saw one
Tune
that
him in.
actually had stuff had a working screen and had
excellent.
the images displayed on it, and they were changing, and he had static
Oh.
and everything. It's really
That-
cool.
And I saw one guy from The Wicked and the Divine had the helmet. Which character is that?
Woden.
Thank you. Yes. I was like, wow.
But it's
that looks
kind of
really great.
like
I'm like,
Woden
Daft
from
Punk or
Wicked.
Woden?
Yeah, stealing my jokes.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Joke thief.
Snatch humor from the jaws of defeat.
You have to ask,
No.
getting comic or getting lucky? That's the choice.
And on that note,
It's a
Oh,
song.
wow.
It's a Daft Punk song. We can
Yeah.
know it.
All right, they're up all night to get Loki. They're up all night.
No,
to get
that is a
Loki.
different
that's a
mashup.
different. That's a different
Different
mashup. The actually interesting thing I've seen this year, I'm going to be very honest, and maybe it's just I've been in the wrong hotel at the wrong time. The costume I have not seen very many of are War Boys.
I haven't seen a lot
I
of War
ran
Boys either. I've seen 3 of them.
Yeah, I ran into a group of them with the Furiosa.
See, I thought they were going to be our new Spartans. Like they were just going to be shirtless people everywhere, right?
Shirtless, pale, and white.
Now, I'm expecting that in the parade, there will be a lot of them, and it will actually be a great costume for the parade because that's essentially sunblock.
Right.
Right? Or, you're going to end up like pale War Boy at the start, and then they'll just get redder. It'll be like like the temperature gauge they have for fundraising. It will just sort of like fill up as they get further down the street.
I assumed it was going to be like J.J. Abrams. It's going to be lens flares off of every single one of them.
I'm surprised you're not doing the War Boy costume, actually.
No, I'd burn.
Do you not have enough ab for that?
That's right.
Or
No,
I
I
wish
wish
that's
I
the
had
other
time
thing.
to cosplay, but I became a director, and now I
Yeah.
do that.
The War Boys are surprisingly well fed for, I guess they're living in that green space. So,
Right.
They get all, I guess they're mostly vegan, though. So it's like, that's a good diet they got going on there.
And just catching all the water and shoving it in their face.
There must be a better way to distribute this.
Yes. Well, I'm waiting for someone to decide that's a thing that we can do out of the hotel. We're just going to open the window and off we go. Mediocre.
I'm pretty sure we're going to get somebody on the Hyatt balcony dressed up as Joe yelling down at us during the coverage.
That is not an actual suggestion. Please.
Don't give Strangeway ideas.
Too late. By the way, related to Mad Max, Masquerade is on Sunday. We're
I've
doing
heard of
something
that.
fun for that. That's all I'm going to say about that. But we'll talk about it a little bit more tomorrow for the pre-show part. But make sure if you're watching on DragonConTV, tune in for the pre-show at 8, and we'll be doing Masquerade at 8:30. Tonight's Chosen contest from the aquarium will not be live. It will be a rebroadcast starting at 11 p.m.
So about the time that you're waking up.
The same crew that is bringing you the parade today is going to take a little bit of a nap, and then tonight we'll be also doing the Chosen with the same multi-camera equipment.
Excellent.
On that note, we are at the end of our show. It's a really big show, people.
This is
half
the
an
end
hour
of the start of your broadcast today.
Yeah, half an hour from now, Crispy, Ryan, and I will be giving you commentary from the 2015 DragonCon Parade with our multitude of fans behind us lining the streets. Stay tuned for that. For Stephen and Allie, my name is Brian. Thank you for waking up and watching us, even if you haven't even bothered to get out of bed. We'll be back in half an hour, unless you're watching this online, in which case look up the parade at youtube.com/DragonConTV. But if you're watching us, you knew that already. Thanks a lot.